President of Butte Central Catholic Schools, and welcome to We Are BC TV. Today my guest is head Maroon boys basketball coach Brody Kelly. Coach Kelly, welcome.
Good to be here again.
Well, what an exciting weekend. Headed to the state tournament for the 15th time in 17 years, and it was a stressful, high energy weekend, but your guys qualified. You're heading to the Great Falls for the state tournament, so congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, divisional tournament play is always stressful, and I feel like for us, even the last 2-3 weeks, we were sitting at 2-4 in conference and staring at 4 or 5 playing game in the face. Ended up with a 3 seed, thankfully, after winning a couple critical games. But even last Monday, that was a high stakes game played in Stevensville, winner or go home. And then, in tournament play, once you get in there, you're playing some good teams, and they're all just nerve wracking games. And thankfully, our guys, I really feel like the last 3 weeks we played really good basketball, and had some guys really stepped up over the weekend.
Well, let's go back to the tournament. Game 1 was against Ronan, a very talented athletic team from the north. And your guys came out. It was a challenging first half, down by 7 at halftime. And what a great third quarter to come back and get a great win in the first round of the tournament.
Yeah, and I'm always brutally honest. We played terrible basketball for 20 minutes in that game. We did. And then Kyle Holter just turned it on in the fourth quarter and made some great hustle plays, some steals, got to the rim a few times, and we just kind of exploded over the next 12 minutes. I think we ended up scoring 67 points or something like that, and we were scoring on almost every possession in third quarter, overtime, and a ton of free throws.
Well, you get the win in game 1, which is always your motto is survive and advance. So you advance one more day to the tournament. Friday night we play the number 1 team from Dillon, the Beavers, who are very athletic. They're a big physical team. Our guys battled the whole way, but just came a little bit short in the fourth quarter, and had some good moments, but I know it wasn't all great. But I think your kids battled hard and just came out of the short end of that semifinal game.
Yeah, they're a really good team. Obviously, deep and talented. You got to play really good basketball to beat them. I was proud of our guys for fighting hard until the very end. I think we ended up losing by 8 or 9 or something like that. But they're good, and we were a little bit slower defensively in that game. And their zone challenged us. We didn't get as many good looks as we would like to have, but they're undefeated for a reason.
Well, that sets up that illustrious Saturday morning game where it's the entire season's on the line. You've got to win or it's over. And your guys battled hard, and Hamilton's a very good team. You beat them twice, which makes that third victory over them even that much harder. But your guys, again, came back and found a way to get a big win Saturday morning to qualify for the state tournament.
Yeah, I can't give our guys enough credit for that win. I don't know that people understand how hard it is to win those games, especially playing a conference opponent like that for the third time. Playing Hamilton again, I can't tell you in the last 5 years how many times we've played those guys in meaningful games, but it feels like a ton. And, we both know each other so well. There's really nothing, pretty about those games. You can't run any of your sets. It's just about kind of a battle of wills. And again, we had guys step up. Kyle made some huge threes in the third quarter. Dougie closed them out. And, Drew Badbank really played outstanding in that game. They had one of their guys going off in the first half, and Drew really challenged him to guard it well for the second half.
Those Saturday morning games are it's a gut check, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's awful. It's just so nerve-wracking, even from the moment you lose that semifinal game till that game starts. It feels like it will never start. We'll be sitting for an hour before the game, and it just felt like an eternity trying to get the game started.
Well, I was really proud of our guys in that morning. It was, Coach Bloom and his staff. They're well coached. Their kids compete hard, so it's anytime you're playing Hamilton, it's a tough win.
Yeah, for sure. We got so much respect for their program, and they guard extremely hard. They're so well prepared for everything we do. They scout hard, and they're organized. And yeah, it's a dogfight every time we play.
Well, again, so we went Saturday morning, we're on the state, but before that we had to play Ronan again in the consolation game. And it was another tough battle, a lot of back and forth, and just came out of the short end of that. But ultimately, we're on our way to Great Falls for the state tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Those are different games to play. You really feel like the money game is on Saturday morning, and you're kind of, celebrating those, and you advance the state, and then you got to go play that consolation. And I've seen all sorts of results. Last year, we rolled Polson in by 35 in that game. This one we came up short. I feel like a lot of times in those games, it's just, the teams that have the most just God-given talent, and that team was super. You can Ronan got us. But they were good.
Yeah, they're a very talented group
They're
of kids, aren't they?
a talented group, and well coached. I really like their coach, DJ Fish. We used to battle with him. He was a player for Browning, and what a great job he's done in his first year. And I know their kids, were jacked. I mean, it shows how meaningful it is to get to state. It's been a while for Ronan,
Right.
and those kids were celebrating hard after advancing. Good for them.
You're right. So on the state, let's talk about the state tournament field. We open up on Thursday at 11 o'clock against the Billings Central Rams, another a team that we've played a ton over the years. Opened up at the state tournament with them last year. Coach Sturgar is an outstanding coach, and outstanding program. And, it's our sister Catholic school in Class A, and it's going to be a battle first round of that tournament.
Absolutely, and they're so deep and talented this year. I'm certain that they have enough talent on that team to field two state tournament quality basketball teams. That's no kid. I mean, they've got 9 seniors. They play well. They've got 11 guys that can contribute. They're super athletic, and they've got 6'9", 6'6", 6'4", 6'3", which are taller than every one of our guys. Really athletic and deep. So I mean, without question, we're going in as underdogs in this game. But that's sort of kind of a role this team has embraced this year.
I know one of the strengths that you've had is you get you guys ready. That first round of the tournament has been a game where your guys play well, you're prepared, and I know your kids will battle hard. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, I think we'll compete. We're going to go in as give them our best effort. And I always like to have that extra week in between the regionals and state to prepare. But honestly, this week is the first time in I think almost a month that we've had 3 consecutive practices. So that'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good. I feel like a lot of practice.
Well, on our side of the bracket, we've got Polson and Lewistown. So that's you can play one of those two teams, win or lose, on Friday. On the other side of the bracket, some great teams. Dillon will play Hardin, and then we'll have Polson against.
It'll be Laurel and Ronan.
Laurel and
Yep. And then everybody in the state is good. I mean, of course you got to play well to get their Hardin. A great tournament team. I don't think their regular season record was great, but they had a lot of disruptions in their season as well. And you playing their best at tournament time. And a lot of the teams in it again are teams that have been in the last few years, so a lot of teams that are familiar with each other.
Well, it's going to be interesting. The tournament atmosphere this last weekend with limited crowds was really different, but the intensity of the games felt the same. You're fighting for your life every game, and the kids went out and battled. It was a tournament atmosphere other than the bands and the fans, I guess.
Yeah, we certainly missed the fans. I was happy we had to have some students down there for the games. I feel bad for all the students this year that have missed so many of those experiences, but it was interesting because it just makes you realize that the only pressure that counts on a kid is the pressure you put on yourself. It has nothing to do with the crowds that are there. Because I can assure you, these kids felt every bit of the nerves that they would if that Civic Center was packed. And the emotion of the crowd was missing, but the feeling of satisfaction winning that game was the same as every other year.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting now. In Great Falls, they're going to allow 500 fans from each school. So it'll be back to sort of a tournament kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, I think it'll be good sized crowds. I think much more than we've seen this year. And sometimes even on weekday games, it's hard to get 500 fans up there on a Thursday at 11. But I think a lot of the students, especially, are excited to be coming up and able to go to some games and have a high school experience. And I'm excited about that.
It'll be a little different. We're not going to be able to go to the other games, only the games that your team's playing. So that'll be a little different. But it will be great for our student body to be at the games and a bigger crowd, fan base and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think our players are excited about it. The students are excited about it. That's one of the things that's really fun about state tournament time is just all of you realize how many people care about this stuff and, all of the text messages and conversations you have with people around town. You don't realize they're following your team as closely as they are, but, I think that matters, it makes the team feel good.
Well, it's going to be exciting. Congratulations again on getting to the state tournament. I know you've got a young team and an experienced team, and it's great for them to get to state and to get that state experience under their belt. But you're going there to win. You're not going to go there just to be happy to be in the state tournament.
Yeah, that's right. We're definitely going as underdogs, but our effort's going to be the same. And, we're going to give it the best effort we can. Our guys are excited to be there, but definitely going with some expectations to do well when we get there. This has really been a fun year. A really good group of kids that have just worked hard. A lot of the guys that we've been playing pretty much a 7-man rotation. We've got 17 guys participating in tournament season and practices. I can't say enough about all of them. It takes a lot of unselfishness of all of these kids.
Every kid has a role
that are working their tails off. We're going to right now get a scout team out of guys who are going to be the Billings Central Rams for the next 3 days. They deserve a lot of credit too. They don't get the recognition. With Isaac Sholey and John Fisher, 2 seniors that haven't seen a lot of time. And, we've got Eric Lowe's and Tyson Swan that have joined our program and contributing. And, Ryan Doherty and George Rojas, Gage Goldseth. I mean, Gage is hurt now, but all guys that haven't seen a ton of minutes. And, all of them matter. And I think that's great. We've also got a couple freshmen that joined us here recently, Zane Moody and Jack Healy. I think it's a great experience for all of them. And just it's been a lot of fun working with this group.
Well, best of luck in Great Falls. Again, we invite our fans, if you can't be there in person, go to the National Federation of High School Network. You can go to Butte Central School's Facebook page to get a link to those games. So, if you're not there in person, get online or listen to KOPR radio and follow the Maroons. But another great season, and best of luck at the state tournament.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And thanks everybody for the support.
Thanks.